Hi, this is Brett. I'm from Car Oracle. We are a licensed auto dealer in the state of California with an auto broker's endorsement. Our primary line of business is working with clients to help them select, source, and negotiate the vehicle that they're looking for, much like a buyer's agent in a real estate transaction. But for the purposes of this video, I want to talk about the hidden costs of EVs and bring to light just some of the things that have come up in relatively recent conversations I've had with clients that I thought would be helpful here. The first is I want to establish that, look, EVs are fantastic. They have fewer moving parts than internal combustion engine vehicles. I mean, you're going from several hundred moving parts down to 20. They're more efficient in applying energy to the road, right? Your typical gas car is losing most of its energy through heat. You don't have that issue with an EV. So a lot of merit in those. But there are still some hidden expenses that I want to share. First is tire wear will be greater on an EV, both because generally acceleration will be a little bit brisker than you'll get in your regular car, but also because these are heavier, right? I mean, most of these EVs are tipping the scales, pushing 5,000 pounds. That's a heavy vehicle. You're going to be putting more strain on the tire, both under acceleration, normal driving, and then braking than you're used to. So I recommend going at the tire rack or another supplier and pricing out those tires because you're going to be replacing more frequently than you are in your traditional internal combustion engine vehicle. The second is insurance rates, and I'll flash a graph here that shows some research on it. But repair rates are a little higher on EVs. Teslas are the highest, and then brands under that are a little bit less, according to Mitchell. But they're still generally higher than internal combustion engines, so you're going to want to check and just understand what your insurance rates will be. The third one, though, is I think one that most consumers aren't thinking about, and that is depreciation. If you bought a Tesla a few years ago or any EV, you're more than likely not the happiest because of the price reductions. And when Tesla reduced prices on their EVs dramatically by double digits over the last couple of years to spurn more growth, that impacted the entire EV market. And so on an individual basis it impacts, but let's look at the example of Hertz and what it did there. It made a material impact. They had purchased a lot of Tesla vehicles. Tesla lowered their prices and materially impacted what their fleet was worth. And some will say you can do your own research that it cost the CEO his job. So why am I bringing that up now? Are we expected to see more price decreases? I don't know. When EVs first came out, they were holding their value quite well, which is beneficial for the lease. And today, roughly, I think 40% of people getting EVs are leasing them. But you still have a lot of people that are still purchasing them and taking on that risk, that depreciation risk. So you probably want to give it a pause, because if there is a chance you want to potentially get, sell the car in 3 or 4 years, I would be hard pressed to believe that the price takedowns or reductions are completely done. If you look at what Tesla is doing and how efficiently they're manufacturing their vehicles, I think Elon's got a few more tricks up his sleeve. The latest update to the Model 3 is impressive, right? There's no turn signals anymore. Everything is on the screen. They're simplifying. So if you think of your traditional dashboard where you had buttons and switches and things, all that switchgear is removed. It's all on the screen. They've reduced the complexity of manufacturing tremendously. They're using gigacasting, which is larger stamps of steel, to even bring it down further. So their cost basis on producing vehicles isn't going any higher. If anything, it's coming lower. Another one, just to for those of you into vehicles, the change to the 48-volt system that was on the Tesla Cybertruck. Everybody talks about the design of the Cybertruck, but frankly, the fact that they went to the 48-volt system over a 12-volt and how that enables them to use a lot less copper wire, and they've got wiring harnesses that are smaller. All of these things are being done to bring down the cost of manufacturing. So I say that because it wouldn't be surprising that you see continued price reductions, and therefore they play such a large role in the EV space that'll impact the EV no matter what you purchase on resale value. So if they take another couple of price cuts like that, the reality is your electric vehicle will be worth less as well. So depreciation is a bit of an unknown factor. So I would say the hidden cost is insidious depreciation, and probably the biggest one that you're going to find, even more than tires or insurance, or we'll skip over the battery replacement that gets enough press as it is. But anyway, if you are interested in EV or want to look at the numbers, feel free to, and you're in California, feel free to reach out to us at caroracle.com or hello@caroracle. Happy to walk it through. We strongly suggest looking at leasing the EV at this point in time, just as a hedge against this depreciation. And if you have any questions, again, feel free to reach out. Hope you have a nice day.